And happy Wednesday here from Appleton, Wisconsin, here at Fox Cities Stadium. It is the Division II semifinal that we have here on Zaleski Sports between the La Crosse Logan Rangers and the Mosinee Indians. It is a beautiful day, sunny skies. Clouds might be expected later into this game, but temperature sitting at 79 degrees. It is a scorcher out there, but today's game should be tremendous in terms of conditions. Right now, the grounds crew making a lot of work right now and about to complete it out on the diamond as the Rangers and the Mosinees the Indians are approaching their dugouts. The Rangers today wearing their red tops, white numbers and letters, white pants, and Mosinee has the white numbers, letters, and purple tops and white pants. But today's game should be a fantastic one here today, Mike.
No, I agree. It should be a blast to be a part of, and it's the second trip in 3 years for Mosinee. They're looking to improve on that loss a couple years ago that was played at a different site due to some weather, but beautiful conditions today as our umpire and crew heads out. We'll meet with Coach Adam Olson and then Coach Andy Ellenbecker for the Rangers. And for Mosinee, they're expected to do well here. The top seed, 24-5. I think the lone one seed that made it this far in Division II. Whereas you look at some of the Crosse Logan, they have got hot, though. They are a team that's won 5 in a row. They've came in 12-10. They've won 5 in the playoffs. And they look to be a team that's going to look to shock the world, or shock at least the state, and try and pull off the upset here. But this is going to be a good matchup, and I like what Coach has done, going to Garrett Shoup right away. We'll have the lineups coming up in a little bit, but Shoup was lights out in the sectional against Notre Dame. And he is such a consistent, reliable arm to have that there's no one else you want that's going to be relaxed enough and ready enough to have this type of game. So it looks like they're getting ready to do the lineup, so we're going to keep things here.
Yeah, absolutely. Garrett Shoup, he has been nothing but phenomenal here this season and going into this postseason and now into state here in Appleton. But in the 2 games in the playoffs that he's pitched, it was a 7-0 win against Fox Valley Lutheran. He went a complete game in that one, 9 strikeouts in that game against the Foxes, and then a 2-1 victory over Notre Dame Academy. And Mosinee, they've only given up 1 run this entire playoff the playoff run that they have made. As for the Rangers, in their 5 straight victories that they have had in the playoffs, it was an 8-1 win over the Black River Falls team, then a 7-3 win against Baldwin, 6-1 against Prescott, 9-5 against Altoona, and then a 7-5 win in the sectional championship game to make it here against Medford. And before we get everything started here, Jason, he had a chance to interview
the third baseman, number 12, Bradley Check.
We'll actually jump to that a little bit later here.
They're announcing lineups now, so we're going to turn these over to our public address for our lineups.
Batting 6th and catching, number 5, Jackson Bosch. Batting 4th, or batting 7th, playing shortstop, number 4, Nick Jolly. Batting 8th, the designated hitter, number 20, Parker Leike. And batting 9th, the second baseman, number 1, Carson Nelson. Non-batting, playing right field, number 13, Preston Elston. The Crosse Logan is coached by Andy Ellenbecker, assisted by Terry Curtis, Eric Cummings, and Travis Check. And now here are the Indians from Mosinee. Number 1, Quentin Sherrick. Number 3, Ethan Oatman. Number 12, Andrew Novinsky. Number 16, Tyler Bars. Number 17, Zachary Nahuda. Number 18, Logan Groshek. Number 26, Tree Stoppel. Number 31, Parker Filipiak. And number 57, Ryan Simonis. Now today's starting lineup for Mosinee, leading off playing shortstop, number 11, Keegan Jersley. Batting second and playing center field, number 7, Taylor Levansky. Batting third, the catcher, number 20, Gavin Obremski. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 5, Brady Locken. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 49, Cameron Zabel. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 6, Carter Fondre. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 30, Benjamin Schley. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 24, Elliot Yurkowski. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 9, Grant Kutlinski. Mosinee is coached by Adam Olson, assisted by Jason Shoup, Jeremy Jerschley, David Dunai, Ty Cook, and Kyle Ledger. The umpires for today's game: behind the plate is Sam King from Greendale. At first base, Louis Eisenman from Schofield. At second base is Tom Young from Johnson Creek. And at third base is Brian Jiha from Middleton.
Lineups are announced, and quickly this pregame coverage brought to you by Green Heck Group, the global leader in creating air movement and control equipment. Green Heck, one of Wausau's largest employers, a perfect place for the next step in your career. See if Green Heck Group is right for you. Visit greenheck.com, and that's greenheck.com. Brendan, you just got the lineups written in, and we're just about ready to start some baseball here.
Just about to get our action underway here in Appleton. It's the number 1 seed Mosinee Indians against the number 1 seed Crosse Logan Rangers, and it's right here, right now, on Zaleski Sports.
So as we just wait for our final moments, both coaches getting some encouragement to their teams. Again, Crosse Logan in their red tops, white pants, white stripes. Mosinee in the purple, basically the same look, just different colors. Mosinee in their purple tops, white pants, white stripes.
Garrett Shoup to take them out here for the Mosinee Indians, and what a season it has been for him. A .33 earned run average, a 6-1 record in 8 games pitched, 42 innings pitched in those 8 games, 52 strikeouts for the senior Garrett. And this lineup for the Mosinee Indians, it is all seniors. They are a very stacked lineup, and if this was their year, Coach Adam Olson said that this is probably one of the best times for this team to make a run and win their first title in program history.
And this kind of has to be the year. This is a very senior-heavy team, especially in the pitching staff. When you look at Shoup, Jerschley, Obremski, Lemansky, all seniors. So this is a team that's, if they're with the arms they have, this is their year. A lot of these guys going off to play college ball following the conclusion of the tournament, whether it's today or tomorrow. Someone will play Legion ball, and then others will just get ready for fall ball, whether it's at North Dakota State in the form of Shoup, or South Dakota for Jerschley, or Stout, or Rock Valley, or La Crosse. All these guys getting ready, but they still got at least one more game wearing the purple and white of Mosinee is. And Shoup gets his final warm-up done. And welcome Johnny Lever to the plate.
Number 42, Garrett Shoup, but leading off the top of the first from across Logan, the center fielder, Johnny Lever.
Lever playing in center field today, left-handed hitter.
Here's the first pitch of today's ball game, and the first pitch fastball from Shoup missed outside corner. Ball 1-0. I was just writing down all of these things on the scorebook here.
So 1-0. 2-0.
We're all good to go now. But, yeah, a 2-0 count here. Shoup on the season. Not too many walks this season. Another fastball. Just missed it outside. It was actually a 4-pitch walk to begin this game for Garrett. So, a tough start. He only has 17 walks on the season in his 8 games pitched. So, a runner on first base here for the Rangers as Kobe Safran is at the plate. The righty takes the first pitch just on the outside corner of the plate for a strike. 0-1 the count to the 282 hitter. Not many steps off of first base for Johnny Lever. Dropping a bunt right down the first base side, and the flip over to first. Too strong from Kuklinski, and the runner will advance all the way to third base. So runners are now on the corners in Lever and Safran for Bradley Check. A big RBI opportunity to open up the ball game, and Mosinee looking a little bit off here in the early goings.
I mean, that was a perfect bunt by Safran. Right past Shoop, and then the underhand flip got away, so it's going to be an error, a hit and an error rule. So it's an infield single that got the runner over to third base, and then a base hit ruled for Safran on the bunt. And it's 0-1 on Check.
Yeah, probably a good call by these officials by scoring that play. That bunt was dropped perfectly, like you said. Clearly would have been a base hit, and Kuklinski, he tried to make something out of nothing when he probably didn't have to, and it cost Mosinee a base runner to get to third. So it's a 0-2 count here. A fastball and a swing and a miss. Check goes down, and Shoop has his first strikeout here in Appleton.
And that's a big strikeout. Now the double play could get you out of the inning. You're going to face your counterpart in Lucas Eilertson here, a right-handed hitter. But Mosinee with some high-stress pitches early for Mr. Shoop as he looks to work out of some trouble here after that leadoff walk.
And the Indians back over a week ago in their sectional time against Notre Dame, Shoop ended up pitching in that game, and the Indians had a couple of errors, and that led to the only run that they have allowed here in these playoffs. Other than that, not a single run has been earned by Mosinee here in the playoffs. A 1-0 count here on Eilertson. Lucas batting .241 on the season, 22 RBIs, and a big swing and a miss. 1-1 the count to Lucas.
Now it's in again the starting pitcher, cleanup hitter for the Crosse Logan. Double play depth up the middle, corners playing in to try and cut that run off if it's a hard ground ball. Try them to see if the runner breaks.
This ball fouled off into the net on the first base dugout over by the Rangers. So it's a 1-2 count here on Eilertson, and Shoop looked a little frazzled early, but looks like he's starting to find his command. And a big swing and a miss, a high fastball, kind of chased it. And down goes Eilertson, strikeout number 2. And Tyler Romsey now.
And most importantly, it was quick strikeouts. A 3-pitch strikeout of Check, 4 pitches for Eilertson. So he had to work into a deep count to get those 2 outs. So that'll maybe limit his pitch count a little bit here.
And it's the lefty, Tyler Romsey. Lever, the other lefty on the team for the Rangers when it comes to batting. But the Rangers, here in these playoffs, and now we got a pickle going on, as this is trouble for Safran, and they were able to get a run right before the out was applied. So Johnny Lever makes it to home plate right before the tag from Kuklinski for the out, and Crosse is on the board. It's 1-0 through the first half inning of this game, as the Indians will be coming to the plate. It's Jershly, Lemansky, and Obremski to lead off. Eilertson on the helm. We'll be right back here in this sectional semifinal.
I'm State Representative John Spiros. I've been on the front lines fighting against the radical, woke agenda, which is trying to tear apart our state and our families. Dangerous policies like defunding the police, open borders, and runaway taxes. As a veteran and former police officer, I know how important upholding the rule of law is for our communities. That's why I've stood up against radical ideas and held the line against the free-spending liberals in Madison. In the August 13th primary, I'm asking for your vote to keep a proven conservative working for us in Madison. After all, if you don't vote to protect our liberties, who will.
Vote John Spiros for State Assembly. Paid for by Spiros for Assembly.
And welcome back here in Appleton, Wisconsin, everybody. Here in this state semifinal here in Division II between the Mosinee Indians and La Crosse Logan Rangers. Brendan Retzloff and Mike Wendlandt here for your game today. And we've had coverage spread throughout this week here in the state tournament. Just got to cover the girls' state tournament last weekend. And now it's the baseball time, just about to conclude our time in the 2023-2024 sports season. And it has been a fun run here, Mike.
That it has. It's been a blast. It's always good to be at the ballpark. You'll never find me really complaining about that, as Keegan Jersley will step in for the first pitch of the bottom of inning number 1 against Eilertson.
Eilertson throws a fastball, just missing upstairs. Went right down the middle, but just above the lettering of the jersey of Jersley. Jersley takes a swing at this one and hits it right down the left field line, and that is a fair ball all the way to the wall. A couple bounces, a tough way to field it over in left field, and Jersley, he stands in there with a lead-off double for the Indians, and he has been absolutely clicking with his bat this year, batting .400, 5 home runs on the season. And out of all these competitors we see in the Division II field, all the other teams do not have as many home runs as the Indians do.
They don't, but that doesn't matter as much on this park. 325 down the lines, 405 to right center. It's a bigger park. It's a different type of park than you're facing on your home diamonds.
Very big dimension-wise. A swing and a miss from Taylor Lemansky off the curveball from Eilertson. Eilertson this season, a 2.33 earned run average, a 1-2 record. And this La Crosse team went 12-10 in the regular season, but they heated up at the right time in the right moment.
Actually taking out some pretty good teams to get here, including teams like Altoona, who was at state last year. Like this is now a battle-tested team. That's they're not a team that's just happy to be there. They're here to win.
And Lemansky takes this one just outside. A 2-1 count here on Taylor. He's got 1 home run here in the playoffs. He's also made a few fantastic catches in the outfield in the sectional final game. This one right down the line, just foul. Maybe off by a foot of that third base bag. So 2-2 is the count now on the 291 hitter for the Indians. Obremski awaiting on deck. A little bit of a pause here.
I guess someone's got to go get that foul ball down into the corner. It's a player's safety thing. It rolls all the way down by the foul pole, and they're sending an attendant and a player to go out there. And up there as well for everyone commenting, as Steve put in there, that we're not allowed to show live video. This game, it'll be audio only. We will have highlights of the game coming up later on as well, so you can look on our Facebook pages for highlights from the game today, as well as interviews with coaches and players following. But we are not allowed to do live video of this game.
And resuming things here, a called strike 3. What a pitch from Eilertson. Got him on the off-speed type of look, and there's one down for the lefty, Gavin Obremski, for the Indians. Today's game is presented by Casa Mezcal. Check out the Casa Mezcal in downtown Mosinee. They prepare and serve Mexican and American dishes. They also offer vegetarian and gluten-free meals right at Casa Mezcal on 4th Street today. A look back over to second base. I wasn't sure if Eilertson made the throw back to second or if he
just lobbed
looked
it in.
off.
Just lobbed it in. Jersey was back in plenty of time. Obremski, a switch-hitting catcher, one of the rarities in baseball.
And a little bit of a chase after that one from Obremski. So down 0-1 in the count early. But Mosinee has a runner in scoring position. Jersley on second base for the Indians here in this 1-0 ball game here in the state semifinal. And Obremski hits one right up the middle, and Eilertson makes the throw over to third, and now Jerschley's caught in a pickle. He tries to do a little bit of shake off, and he is out. Trying to make it back to second, applying the tag on him was Bradley Check over at third. A good play, the fielder's choice will be ruled, and a heads-up play by Eilertson too, being aware that Jerschley was making the run to third.
I was about to say that's a spectacular play by Eilertson. Great awareness for the pitcher to look quickly. He was going to look the runner back and throw to first, but he saw Jerschley 3 feet out down the line. It was an easy play, and then it was just at that point it was just executing the rundown, and Lacrosse Logan did it perfectly, and that puts the runner back at first as
Logan just hits a little blooper, and the play is made there at second base by Carson Nelson. And Mosinee not able to get on the scoreboard when they had a chance early here. It's a 1-0 game. 0 runs off the one hit on the inning for the Indians. We'll be right back for the top of inning number 2 here in the state semifinal that we have here on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
And we are back here live at Neuroscience Group Field here in Appleton for this state semifinal. Winner of this game awaits the Edgewood Sacred Heart Crusaders for a spot in the state championship game. And this ball is lined up towards center field, and Lemansky right on it off of Tyler Rumsey's at bat there for out number 1.
And Rumsey was at the plate when the first and third play occurred, so he got a chance to, with a new count, and he just got it off the end of the bat. It was a lazy fly ball to center. Easy play out there.
Yeah, it's a tailor-made play for Taylor Lemansky. He makes those plays the easiest, and even when some baseballs almost find the gaps, he is able to find a way as a swing and a miss from Jackson Bosch here. Bosch, the 6-hitter here for Lacrosse. The catcher batting .278 on the season. Shoot from the stretch. Here it comes, a fastball, another big swing and a miss. 2-2 the count here to Jackson.
Very interesting at bat. We've had a couple of swinging strikes. One went over his head that he was able to lay off and obviously avoid. The next one was a fastball on the outside corner. And he's able to finally make some contact here, fight one off. But he's definitely not comfortable in the box after being almost hit a couple of pitches ago.
That's one of the strategies pitchers can use to try to shake the batter right off of the plate and be a little bit scared, but I think that Bosch, he honed up to it, and he still stayed strong in there on that right-hand box. Here comes a fastball upstairs, and it will be another walk from Garrett Shoup. So 2 walks here in the first 2 innings, and Nick Jolly, number 4, will step up the shortstop here for the Rangers, and we'll see what Bosch might do there over at first. He was leading off pretty far from the first base bag after a fastball missed high and inside for ball one. Jolly batting .205 here on the year, and a up and in pitch once again. And Shoup has thrown, I believe that's now 4 consecutive balls outside of the strike zone, and that one wasn't even close.
No, when he's missing, he's been missing by a lot. He hasn't been nibbling the corners and not getting a call. He's been wild so far to start this game, and Obremski with a good timeout and go and talk to him as they throw over and back with a dive as Bosch. But it's just a good moment by Obremski to just calm him down, kind of get ready and say, hey, this is the state semifinal. Let's throw it. We know what you can do. Let's go.
Absolutely. Shoup, he has been one of those forces that has not been stopped at all, except for one instance with a 6-1 record. Throughout his season and his senior year, that time that fastball just right down the middle. And it's a 3-1 count here over to Jolly. Jolly probably did not have the green light from Coach Ellenbecker as he takes another strike here. And now it's a full count, 3-2, and this could be a huge momentum shifter here in the second inning for the Indians.
The big thing right now is that they're making Shoup throw a lot of pitches. And Mosinee does have great depth. But you know Coach also would not want to have to go to a bullpen early in this game. He would like to have Shoup and maybe one other person throw in this game that you have all the rest of your arms available tomorrow on a win.
And it's going to be another walk here. So runners at first and second with only the one out. And the patience of these batters of the Rangers is really paying dividends, and it will pay even more if they can manage to score some runs here as Parker Leike goes up to the plate. The lefty batting .185 on the year, and this Rangers team, they took 4th place in the Mississippi Valley Conference, but to them, that is just a number. What matters is how hot you can get, and like we've mentioned in the pregame and early in this game, they got warm, maybe even hotter than warm at the right time here on this scorcher 80-degree day. Fastball up and away again, and it's a 2-0 count. Good hitters count here for Leike. Leike takes a fastball right on the outer corner of the plate for a strike. 2-1.
And you got to think they're telling the coaching staff telling Lacrosse Logan, you're not swinging until you get a strike. Make Shoup throw strikes.
And there is one of them that was in there. Swung too high at it, almost chopped at it. Like trying to chop down a tree was Leike.
Leike, not a big guy.
And a 2-2 count here on Leike, and follows this one off into the seats. 2-2, the count remains. Leike, he's in there as the designated hitter for the Rangers. Both of these teams have designated hitters playing today. Ben Schley, the other one, for the Indians. And the 2-2 fouled back once more.
And this is a dream start for Logan. I mean, it's a team you're making Mosinee, one of their top pitchers and one of the best in the state, work and throw a lot of high-stress pitches here. You're working the counts. Your bottom of your order is getting on base.
And a fastball up and in. Looked like it was pretty close from here, but Leike with a good take. And it is now a full count, 3-2. And this would be a lot of trouble for Shoup if he walks the batter inside, called strike 3. Just caught the edge, and 2 are down with runners at first and second. A huge change from there only being 1 out and runners on every base.
I think we're going to see a courtesy runner now with 2 outs for the catcher. That'll go get the gear on. That's going to
Courtesy
be
runner at
Max
second base, number
Brubaker
17, Max Brubaker.
for Bosch with Carson Nelson stepping in. That's a huge strikeout. He locked him up on the inside corner like he was leaning over the plate, and he leaned back, and they all caught plenty of the plate.
Sam King, the home plate umpire here in today's game, made a pretty good call there and found the same exact part of the plate, and that is a spot where a hitter, you're just not going to be able to make contact on a pitch like that. Strike one. Nelson batting .431 in as the 9-hitter on the season. So the senior doing a very good job playing from that type of spot, especially hitting-wise.
Treat him like another leadoff hitter, essentially. He flips the order up, and he's got speed.
The 0-2 foul back just into the backstop, and one of the Rangers players will go grab the ball. That was Johnny Lever, actually, from the on-deck circle, who grabbed it. And an 0-2 count here. And Shoup, only with the 2 walks here in the inning, he's 1 pitch away from getting out of this thing as it's fouled off into the pavilion area. A very great venue here at Fox Cities Stadium at the Neuroscience Group Field. Good day to show up to the park off speed. He's got him locked up as Nelson goes down looking, and 3 are gone. 2 runners stranded on base for the Rangers, but 2 strikeouts, pretty big ones there, coming from Garrett Shoup. As we head to the bottom of inning number 2, it will be Zabel, Fondry, and Schley for the Indians coming up on Zaleski Sports.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
And we are back in Appleton, everybody. Today's game is presented by Four Seasons. Four Seasons Heating and Air Conditioning is a proud sponsor of Mosinee Athletics. Four Seasons has been serving the Mosinee, Wisconsin area for over 38 years. With our fully insured services, we guarantee you only high-quality heating and cooling that you deserve. Visit fourseasonshc.net today, and we thank them for being one of our playoff sponsors. We have a few playoff sponsors here with us from the Mosinee area. And Eilertson's second pitch here of the inning to Cameron Zabel just missed it outside. It's a 2-0 count here on Cam.
Yeah, Eilertson, much like Shoup, works out of the stretch.
And another fastball caught the inside part of the plate. It's a 2-1 count here on Zabel. He was the big-time hero in the sectionals for the Indians. Had a home run in the sectional final to really solidify things to go to state. And he's got a base hit to begin his morning, very close to afternoon here as we approach the noon hour.
Second hit of the game for Mosinee, just a roller up the middle, and we'll see if maybe we look at a bunt here for Carter Fondry with his speed and with the power of Schley on deck.
Probably a good idea. I could see Adam Olson trying to execute that with the team, and that is exactly what he has done, and it was a pretty good bunt. Eilertson's throw a little high, but the play gets made there at first base as Rumsey was able to reach the glove up there for the out, and Zabel advances to second, and now pretty much have anything that goes into any gap in the field for a base hit, and this game might be tied.
You'd think if Zabel can get a good jump, and both teams now have executed the bunt play very well the first couple of innings. One worked for a hit for Logan, that time a textbook sacrifice by Fondry.
And Schley fouls this one off first pitch of the at-bat. 0-1 the count. The senior batting .311 in the designated hitter spot. And he also had a big-time hit in that sectional championship game against Xavier. A double hit the very top of the left center field wall. Would have given the Indians a 2-0 lead early in that game, but they still had the 2-0 final against Xavier in that one. 1-1 the count here after Allardson's pitch. Missed and off speed. Schley, he finds one in the gap, and that's going to tie up this game. It's a base hit. An RBI single as Bell hypes up the crowd and the Mosinee faithful here this afternoon. The senior getting it done, even though the whole lineup is made up of seniors, so it's kind of funny to say that here at this point. It's 1-1.
Yeah, again, this is a veteran team. A lot of these guys played here last year when they played a non-conference game against Wautoma. They played in the state tournament a couple years ago. A lot of these guys were starters on that team. So they know the moment as Yurkovsky swings and misses on the first one.
They have been through this state time before, and they led things off 2 years ago with a grand slam in that game. Managed to fall apart, and with them being seniors now, that's a huge step up, and Yurkovsky sends one over there into the right field gap, and it is a base hit for Yurkovsky. Back-to-back hits here for the Indians here in the second. A good way to start here for Grant Kuklinski.
Good swing by Yurkovsky. First baseman holding the runner on so that spot was vacated. And he hit it where the guy was and just rolls it into right. Schley just holds up at second. And a chance, maybe we think, as third baseman thinks so, they may see a bunt here from Kuklinski to get two guys in scoring position for Jershly.
Kuklinski, he's got a decent swing, or a pretty good swing, I would say, in his bat. When I got to watch them last week in the sectionals, Kuklinski, he actually got robbed of a couple of base hits from just outstanding plays by the third baseman and the outfielder, but he's batting .292, so we'll see what is done here on the 1-0 pitch. And fastball downstairs, 2-0. He's got a really good hitter's count now, and these Mosinee hitters, too, these back-to-back hits, they were very light hits. They're not swinging the bats very hard. They're just trying to put it in play. And the 2-0, a fastball too high. And it's 3-0 now, and Eilertson, he is one ball away from these bases being loaded for Keegan Jershly, probably one of the hottest hitters that you got in Division II coming up here. Fastball, got it that time. No green light here.
At top of the zone, found his spot, but this could be a potential nightmare scenario for Logan. If you don't want to load the bases for the top of the order, and they do just that.
And that was a pretty close pitch. Tried to frame it, and there was Bosch, the catcher, but Sam King stuck up with his call and set a ball outside, and the bases are loaded for the 400 hitter who has a double already in this game, Keegan Jershly.
And that'll draw a meeting on the mound with the pitching coach to try and calm down Eilertson and try and find a way to get out of this inning. Yeah, I think they'll probably bring the corners in, trying to cut off the run at the plate. Jershly, a very hard player to double up, so I think your play's got to be at home with Schley and not. If you can turn one up the middle on Jershly, you do it, but it looks like the corners are going to play even with the bag and around the edge of the grass to try and cut the run down.
With a guy of the speed of Keegan Jershly, it'd be tough to execute that double play, but I agree with you. The speed of Schley, the play would definitely be at home, and Jershly's going to drop this one into center field for a base hit, and Schley will score, and following right behind him, and I mean right behind him, was Elliot Yurkovsky, and it is a 3-1 ball game. The Indians are cooking here in the second.
There's a little bit of dangerous base running there by Yurkovsky, who took off. Schley went back to tag, thinking that there's a chance the ball was caught. It was hit right on a line. It sunk late, the drop in front of the center fielder. But Yurkovsky was right behind Schley, and he had to make sure he didn't pass him, which would have been an out.
He was getting very close, and Lemansky here tried to drop a bunt, but I agree with you. Yurkovsky, he was right on his horse.
He got a good read on the baseball, but he wasn't looking fully ahead at his teammate. As again, Schley had gone back to tag, which was the right move, just in case it was caught. But either way, it works out well, and it's a 3-run inning on 4 hits for Mosinee.
Mosinee is cooking. The curveball just missed it. Up high. Looked like Eilertson had that pitch in there. It's a 1-1 count, and he's trying to find his command back after giving up these 4 hits here, and only 1 batter retired here in the second inning. It's been quite the inning so far for the Indians. Zabel led off with a base hit, and the only out was a sacrifice bunt from Carter Fondry. So the Mosinee hitters, they're swinging the bats very well here through the first time through this batting order. Only 1 strikeout. 2-2 the count here on Lemansky. Lemansky, he's the only player to have the strikeout, and tried to slide it over there, but he just got hit by the pitch. Went right into his left shoulder, and just like that, the bases are loaded again. And another dangerous hitter is coming up in Gavin Obremski.
Yeah, we've seen Obremski over the 4 years have plenty of big hits, big home runs, and could really break this game open with a big swing here as Lemansky did a 2-2 count. He wasn't going to dodge that one. He really didn't try and move out of the way. He knew he was going to hit him, so he took it off the shoulder and took his base.
The pitch just wasn't that close at all. It looked like Eilertson was going to use the slider, and a fastball is
if it's
ripped.
There, it's gone.
Down the right field corner, and it is just foul.
Ended up hitting the top of the fence just to the right of the 325 sign.
I mean, based on what the contact sounded like, it sounded like it was easily going to clear that wall, and it actually ended up short.
Yeah, he got it off the end a bit, but showing the kind of power he has as wind blowing more right to left today. It's swirling from what it was yesterday.
Yeah, wind conditions, now that you speak of it, 10 to 15 mile per hour gusts we have. Obremski fouls this one back into the netting. He's batting .386 going into state, and he's got 4 home runs on the year, 20 RBIs for the catcher, and a big RBI opportunity here, up by 2 runs. Here comes a fastball up and away, and it's a 1-2 count now on Gavin.
Yeah, just a waste pitch to see if he would chase.
Here's the stretch, the pitch.
Could be 2.
Over to second, bobbled there, and only the play will be made at first base. 1 runner will score, and an interesting decision to try to gun it home from Jershly, and he is tagged out by Jackson Bosch for out number 3. 1 run does score, but it is interesting double play to have. The 4-3-2 turnout to end inning number 2, but the Indians put up 4 runs here in this inning off of 4 hits. That will be it for the bottom of inning number 2. We'll head to the 3rd. It's the state semifinal here on Zaleski Sports.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot. People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright. Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
And we are back here in Appleton, everybody. Our score, 4-1, the Indians on top of the Rangers here in this Division II state semifinal. Mike Wendlandt and Brendan Retzloff here. Today's game is brought to you by SC Swiderski. An SES apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Visit scswiderski.com. For more. Johnny Lever to lead things off in the third. Second time into the batting order here, and Lever puts one right into right field for a base hit.
Good start for La Crosse Logan here in the third. That's something they need. They need to have a nice long inning to try and settle things down. They do have the bullpen getting loose. That was Tyler Rumsey who was throwing down the right field line. Bullpen's, of course, in play here at Fox City Stadium. Eilerson just had thrown a lot of pitches. Shoop threw over 40 through the first two innings, so it could be a game where it could end up in the hands of the bullpen sooner rather than later.
42 pitches in that first inning from Garrett Shoop. Kobe Safran tries to drop a bunt again, and he dropped a bunt perfectly back in that first inning, which led to Johnny Lever scoring the Rangers' lone run of the ball game.
Yeah, it was a bunt single that he put perfectly towards second, and then Kuklinski threw it away. That allowed Lever to get to third after he had walked earlier.
Here comes the, looked like maybe a two-seam fastball from Shoop. Had a pretty good velocity on it in there for a strike. 1-2 on Safran.
Yeah, he took something off of it and couldn't get the full swing out of it, and then he hits him.
Hit him right on that left shoulder. Pretty high up there, too, and Safran, he just took it, and now runners are at first and second, and both of these pitchers here today have hit batsmen.
And at this point with this pitch count as is, they're going to roll Shoop for as long as they can. He's already ineligible to pitch tomorrow with that pitch count, and that was the worst-case scenario to hit a guy on an 0-2 count.
And out first pitch here fouled off by Bradley Check, so 0-1 the count. The junior batting .354, and Check, he struck out his first time up. La Crosse only has 2 hits here in this game. Safran had one of them, and Lever, he just had the other one, and he's on second base. Both Safran and Lever are on the base pads. The 1-1 here on Check, a fastball, a big swing and a miss, 1-2.
And shout out to everyone watching wherever you may be, all over the country, around the world, even maybe here at the ballpark itself. Includes Jeffrey Dalkey, he says he's listening in from Las Vegas. Keep an eye on things, cheering for Mosinee. And we're glad to be with you guys. Our third broadcast of the week. We'll have another one later on today, as Oak Creek will be taking on Sun Prairie East, and depending how those games go, depends on whether you're going to be able to hear from us tomorrow.
And we'll have highlights from these games that we are covering up a few hours probably, or a couple hours after the games conclude, including this one fouled off by Check. So it's still a 1-2 count here.
Long at bat for Check, and it makes you wonder. Again, they're going to go Shoop as long as they can, as there's no one fouled into the bleachers or in the seats. And you got to think their next pitcher's probably already on the field. Question is, who do you go to? Do you go to Lemansky? Do you go to Jerschley in the semifinal? Like, there's a lot of decisions for Coach Olson to make as Shoop's pitch count rises.
And this is where you see the good teams become great. It's all about how the coaches execute some things. And speaking of execution,
The pitcher, Lucas.
Shoop able to strike out check on a big swing and a miss, and he's got strikeout number 5 here in today's ball game. And now it's the pitcher against pitcher matchup, both righties, Eilertson and Shoop. Here's Shoop from the stretch. First pitch, caught the outer corner. It's an 0-1 count here. Runners at first and second with 1 down.
And that's been the difference so far in the game, is that Shoop's been able to get the big strikeouts when needed, and he's been in trouble.
Another big swing and a miss. Throw back to second base from Obremski. He slinged that ball over to Jershly in there safely. His lever.
And so he's been able to get the strikeouts, whereas Eilertson has gotten some groundouts, a couple bobbles, but he's allowed some hard contact in that second inning.
And here comes the 0-2 count, and try to set up pitch on Eilertson. A good take, ball up high, and now Obremski and Shoop will have a little meeting with each other. Just a little bit of a hype up, probably.
Well, at that point also umpire was getting some new baseballs given to him by one of the youngsters.
So we'll try the 1-2 count now. Standing tall is Eilertson, and a big swing and a miss off the fastball from Shoop. And yet again, another strikeout. So Check and Eilertson both struck out twice here in this game, and 6 strikeouts now for Garrett as Tyler Rumsey steps up to the plate with 2 gone. And he fouls this one back into the netting as one of the Mosinee players goes to grab that baseball. 0-1 the count here. He checks back at second base, and a couple looks from the stretch goes Shoop, and yet again another foul right towards the Mosinee dugout from Rumsey, and now he's down 0-2. A little bit of a break here, and checking on second. Here comes the pitch. A light chopper over to second. Kuklinski's throw to first is in time, and down they go here in the third. So only 1 hit here from Lacrosse. There was a hit batsman, but nothing doing for Lacrosse as Mosinee will lead things off in the bottom of the third with Brady Locken here on Zaleski Sports.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot. People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Back in Appleton, it's a 4-1 game here in the bottom of inning number 3. A new pitcher on the mound here for the Rangers, and it's Tyler Rumsey, who this season he has been pretty decent. Rumsey with a .328 earned run average, 6-2, his record on the year. So if I could assume, Lacrosse Logan's 2 main pitchers are these guys here, Eilertson and Rumsey. But Eilertson, 2 innings pitched, 5 hits allowed, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 4 earned runs, and 1 hit batter in his time pitching. But Brady Locken to lead things off here. Today's game is presented by Stop. Stop Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Stop Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. First pitch was a ball, and Logan able to hit this one sharply, way deep into the left center field wall. It goes at the 385 mark, and that drops for a lead-off double for Brady Logan. He's got his first hit here of the ball game, and that ball was hammered from Brady.
Absolutely. I mean, most ballparks in high schools, that's gone. That ball one-hopped the fence and short-hopped in the power alley past the 385 sign. That is one of the hardest hit doubles that Logan's going to ever have.
And trying to track on it was Johnny Lever. He's got a lot of speed out there in center, but with how deep that is, as Cam Zabel gets hit by a pitch here, so a tough start for Tyler Rumsey. And you might be able to think that he's just got a lot of nerves going on for him with this being a state appearance, and you're one game away from making it to a state championship.
They're going to talk about this here. Maybe they're wondering if it hit the bat. The umpires are getting together, and if it was a quick meeting, so I think, yeah, if they call him, they're going to give him first base. It is a hit by pitch.
Did you see anything on that at all?
I couldn't tell. It was behind him. So the question was, I guess, whether it hit his shoulder, maybe it had grazed the bat first. Like, there's a lot of little things, but not enough to really overturn the call after the. But a good thought to meet up, and now corner's playing in with Fondry, who did drop down to sacrifices last time, and he thought about it again.
And it's a pretty good situation to be in here for Mosinee to do it again, because you can get two runners in scoring position if you can execute this perfectly with a 4-1 lead, trying to add on to some more insurance.
Yeah, I think Mosinee, the dream scenario would be to get another really big number here and maybe have a chance to end this game early as runner goes.
Yeah, runner going to third and sliding in there safely is Brady Logan. So no need to have a sacrifice situation as both the runners advance 90 feet. Logan to third and Zabel over to second. A very surprising move, but it was done very well. The throw might have been a little bit outside from the catcher, Jackson Bosch.
Yeah, it was a little down the line, so a good play just to keep it on the infield. But also a risky play because Fondry did bunt through it. And with the runners going, if he pops that up, it's a double play, maybe even a triple play. But it pays off, and now the infield's got to be in for the Rangers.
Here comes the pitch from Rumsey. Fastball upstairs, and it's a 1-2 count now here on Fondry. Ben Schley awaits on deck. He got the first RBI of Mosinee's state appearance. And here comes another pitch, and able to sit on it very well. There was Fondry, just a little bit too early on it. 1-2, the count remains.
Yeah, neither Rumsey nor Eilerson were overpowering with their velocity. Eilerson, especially threw a lot of curveballs, a lot of off speed to try and keep Mosinee off balance, but starting in that second inning, they've been able to wait back pretty well.
Rumsey, a very easy thrower, and another easy one got him swinging, and that is Rumsey's first strikeout here in Appleton as Fondry goes down, and Ben Schley yet again with another RBI opportunity. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game.
And with that pitch, a changeup from Rumsey from the left side, diving down and away from the right-handed hitting Fondry, and he was way off his front foot. Had really had no chance once he started his swing.
Very early on the swing, a first pitch fastball here. It's in there for a strike. Schley down 0-1, but Mosinee sitting with a 3-run lead with only 1 out, and they are knocking on the doorstep to score some more runs. And Schley able to get it done. That should score 2. 1's in there. Logan scores, and rounding all the way over to home plate is Cam Zabel, and it is a 2 RBI base hit for Ben Schley. and let the man eat. He's got 3 RBIs here.
Well, I get the feeling that after this game and you go down and interview who the front runner is.
Venschlei, he is definitely up there in contention, sitting on 3 runs batted in, 6-1 your score. Yurkovsky at the plate here. Schley dives back into first safely on the throw back from Rumsey. Even though he's not that hard of a thrower, he kind of threw that one a little hard over to first base, and the lefty trying to deal, and Yurkovsky, he sat on that pitch. Swinging early are these Mosinee hitters, and they have every right to do so with how slow these pitches are kind of going with them.
I mean, you've already gotten into the bullpen. You don't have to worry about trying to work a pitch cut up for a starter. At this point, your goal is to get to 11 runs. You want to get a 10-run lead. And so you'd only have to go through 5 with Shoop and not have to go to another arm. There's a lot of little things here. Again, Winters is going to play Edgewood. That was a great game that we got here near the end of to watch at the end, as a couple big-time defensive plays won the Crusaders that game.
And Yurkovsky pops this one up out of play into the little field, or the little hill that they got right over there by the 2 lounging chairs here at the Timber Rattlers home stadium.
Does that mean that we've already seen 5 of our 8 finalists that will be playing tomorrow?
Here is Rumsey's fastball, just missed it outside. The catcher, Bosch, tried to frame it back in there for Sam King to call a strike, but no can do. 1-2, here it comes. Same pitch, same result.
And again, looking ahead to tomorrow, Division 4 reliever Strum will be taking on Northwood's Solon Springs. Division 4, or Division 3, I should say, Aquinas will be battling Kenosha St. Joseph's.
Should be 2 pretty good matchups there in Division 4 and Division 3.
And then the winner of this game will take on Edgewood. The Division 1 games will be this afternoon, whether it'll be De Pere with Social Central, and then Oak Creek against Sun Prairie East in Division 1.
It's a 3-2 count here on Elliot Yurkovsky, and he takes a fastball way up high, and the runners are now at first and second here, and Mosinee has had back-to-back innings where they have gone through quite a bit of batsmen, and there's only 1 down here in the 3rd.
And those all go back to those 0-2 and 1-2 pitches that missed by maybe the size of a baseball. They weren't missing by much. And they did, and Rumsey couldn't get the call, and then the last 2 really weren't close. And a chance to really make this game, I'm not going to say out of reach, but put Mosinee in a very strong position.
And this is why Mosinee, they are considered as the 1 seed in Division 2. They have had a fully dominant year this season, and in the playoffs it speaks for itself. They've only given up 1 run and make this 2 runs now here in today's game, but they have just really dominated their field through their regional and their sectional. Now sitting with a very nice lead, and almost you could say a comfortable lead early on. It just speaks for itself as Kuklinski takes a ball well inside. So it's a 2-1 count, and Rumsey, he's got to find the strike zone here before things get out of control.
For sure, and really their only run was, and one of the hits was a bunt single, their 2 hits, but the only run was a stolen first and third play, a steal home. It was a deceptive play that's used very well all over the state, but one that wasn't quite the runs that Mosinee's driven in with some powerful swings.
Here comes the 2-1 on Kuklinski, and it's high and outside. And once again, the Indians are 1 ball away from getting the bases loaded yet again. 7 hits here in the ball game for the Indians. Rumsey's pitch, it's lined over to third. A great play there, and it's a double play executed by the Rangers over at third base. Coming from, that was Bradley Check. fielding that ball very nicely, making the throw to first. So Mosinee gets 2 runs on the board from Ben Schley yet again. He's got 3 runs batted in. It's a 6-1 ball game here in Appleton, here in this Division II semi-final on Zaleski Sports.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Back here in Appleton, everybody. Today's game is presented by Mosinee Family Chiropractic. Mosinee Family Chiropractic proudly supports Mosinee Athletics. Dr. Bars and Dr. Miller offer the best chiropractic care around, only at Mosinee Family Chiropractic and by Lee's Piggly Wiggly. Shop for your local groceries at Lee's Piggly Wiggly in Mosinee. Find all you need under one roof with convenient customer service with a smile. Lee's Piggly Wiggly in Mosinee, as Jackson Bosch able to get a base hit here to lead things off here in the 4th inning for the Rangers.
Yeah, a little end of the bat flip, and Lemansky did everything he could and wasn't able to pick it. And it kind of short hopped the glove into shallow right center. So leadoff hitter for Logan, looking to get something going and try and chip away at this lead. They got that big double play, and now it's up to the Rangers and the bottom of their order to seize the momentum and get themselves back into this one.
Nick Jolly at the plate here, and a big swing and a miss, 1-1. The count, as you would just have to think that Coach Adam Olson is just going to let Garrett Shoup take control of this game on the mound. So if Mosinee was to hang on to this victory, that you can save guys like Keegan Jershly and Taylor Lemansky for the championship game.
That's the key, is you want to hang on and limit pitching, as there's a fly ball into center. Easy play for Lemansky.
So 1 down here in the top of the 4th. We thank you a couple of our playoff sponsors, Lifestyle Tax and Accounting LLC, and they are a proud sponsor of Mosinee Athletics, providing income tax preparation as well as bookkeeping and payroll for businesses big or small. We take all. Visit lifestyletaxllc.com. And the Casa Mezcal. Check out the Casa Mezcal in downtown Mosinee. They prepare and serve Mexican and American dishes. They also offer vegetarian and gluten-free meals right at the Casa Mezcal on 4th Street today. Parker Likey at the plate here, his 2nd time at the dish here today, and he's got a strikeout. Took that one back in inning number 2, as he's got a 2-0 count. A little check swing here. Looks like he went, and 2-1 will be the count as the pitch gets away. So runner will go over to second base, and that's Nick Bosch.
Yeah, fastball down and in, and a little bit of a half swing. Those of you who keep an eye on the pitching ninja on social media, our premier would call that a sword. 2-1.
From the stretch, and it's a fastball in there for a strike from Garrett Shoup.
Almost the same spot where Likey struck out his first time up, that inside corner. He leans well over the plate, and not a big guy, crowds that left side.
Try to cover as much of the zone as you can, since he is a smaller kind of guy, and try to cover every single spot you can. It's a full count now here on Likey. Here it comes from Shoup. It's a fastball, swung on and missed, and that is strikeout number 7 for Garrett Shoup here this afternoon.
And Shoup, a guy who's been all year very dependable with his strike throwing, doesn't walk guys. Tonight turned into a pitcher we like to call effectively wild. Guys are off balance. They're not digging into the box. They're not able to kind of key on a pitch with everything he has been throwing. That's been kind of all over the place. But that being said, when he does locate that big fastball, they haven't been able to touch it.
I mean, the lacrosse hitters, they only have 3 hits off of Garrett right now, and 1 run scored, but that 1 run only happened from a sacrifice type of play, and it was a very good way to run it from Johnny Lever to score their lone run of the game. But they're going to have to really climb a wall to come back in this game because the Mosinee batters in their lineup is stacked. 1-1 the count here on Carson Nelson. A big swing and a miss on the outer corner, and it's 1-2, 2 gone here.
Another thing that's very underrated about Garrett Shoup as well is this guy never seems to get tired. He's throwing just as hard as he was in the first, 70 pitches later. And he seems like he can throw for forever if you would let him. And back in the day, they would have when it was an innings limit, not a pitch count.
Back in the day, what time do you think that kind of was as a fly ball goes up to Lemansky? Should be a routine play there in center field for out number 3. So only the 1 hit on the inning here for the Rangers as they're still down by 5 runs. It's 6-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th here in this Division II state semifinal on Zaleski Sports.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot. People that work hard here, they get an opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here.
I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
Whether you're just beginning your educational journey or seeking a new opportunity, we're here for you. At North Central Technical College, we have unique partnerships with 4-year colleges that allow you to transfer seamlessly to and from our campus, saving you time and money. With hundreds of transfer options available, the path to a bachelor's degree and a great paying career are just a step away. North Central Technical College. Start here, go anywhere.
And welcome back. Keegan Jerschley to lead things off here for the Indians. Today's game is presented by Best Funeral. Best Funeral has been serving the Mosinee and surrounding areas since 1934. This third-generation family-owned funeral service provider brings a long tradition of providing distinguished services with the greatest respect to each family they serve. Learn more at bestfh.com. And by Culligan Water. Get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan at CulliganH2O.com. That's CulliganH2O.com. Jerschley, 2 for 2 here in this ball game. He's got a single and a double and 2 RBIs as well. And he's got a 3-0 count now as Rumsey really trying to find the strike zone here.
And Mosinee definitely... They know they can hit the ball against 6 runs, 7 hits, and a 4-pitch walk to Jerschley. They're looking, it may be hopeful or optimistic in that third base dugout, but one of their probably their main goal right now is they want 5 runs this inning. They would love to get a 5-run inning, make it 11-1, or at the very least tack on some more to make it much more comfortable going forward. And As Edgewood here, they're watching down the left field line. They're keeping an eye on this game, looking for who their opponent's going to be.
And we might have just had a balk here. So Rumsey might have stepped off of the rubber with the ball in his glove. And
he wants an explanation.
From what I saw, he had the ball in his glove, and he took 1 step off of the rubber. And I think
what you can do but I think he had stepped forward first and kind of shuffled his back foot up and down. And it was called right away. It wasn't like it was one of those ones where did he slightly twitch or did he lean. Coach explaining to him what he did. There was no argument at all from the lacrosse dugout.
The first base umpire, Louis Eisenman, he ended up kind of
demonstrating,
acting out what it was like, almost like you see in like a game of charades, where he showed how Rumsey went about with that balk, and Lemansky pops this one up out of play.
Swinging away after a 4-pitch walk for Lemansky.
Yeah, a little aggressive, but this is the time for Mosinee to really pop out with their bats. Their third time into the batting order here, and they got a guy who doesn't throw very hard in Rumsey, and they could really tack on some runs quickly. And like you said, Mosinee would absolutely love to put up 5 and try to end this thing early. 0-2 here on Lemansky. From the stretch is Rumsey, and this one just missed it outside. 1-2. They count a lot of speed in Keegan Jerschley sitting at second base. So if anything hits the outfield, you most definitely think Adam Olson is giving him that green light to go home.
And he gave him a green light on a play like this, a ground ball to second.
And the chopper and the throw from second to first is made for the first out. Carson Nelson makes the play. Jerschley advances over to third base, 1 down.
No, a fly ball should give an extra run.
Today's game is presented by Egg Country. Egg Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services. From loans and leases to crop insurance and tax and records, they have you covered. Contact Egg Country in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford. And this is going to be another run tacked on the board as Obremski lines one right into center field, and he had that right off the barrel of the bat.
Yeah, he got a good swing on that one, as it was infield was drawn in to try and cut off Jerschley at the play, and it didn't matter. That was a line shot right back up the middle. And it doesn't matter how far back they were playing or far up, there was going to be no stopping it. And it's now 7-1.
And Obremski, he's got 2 runs batted in on this game. The first one came off that ground out double play, and then the second one, that base hit right there, and he might have just got caught sleeping. And that actually wasn't Obremski that got caught sleeping. That was Tyler Barnes that got caught sleeping.
Yeah, courtesy runner in for the catcher, and immediately gets picked off by the left-hander, and almost always you're going to find a left-hander. He's going to have a good move to first. And that one caught Barnes leaning, and it was an easy play over at first base.
So 2 outs are made here in this 4th inning. Mosinee's got 1 run on the board. No one on base anymore for Brady Locken. He's got a double here in today's game, and that double that he had probably goes out in any other ballpark that the Indians would play in, because he hit that right into the alley between the 385 and 400 numbers. 2-0. And Locken's going to pop this one up, and running in on it, losing the hat, able to make the play in at center field is Johnny Lever. Might have to adjust the tightness of the cap on there, but we are through 4 innings. It's a 7-1 lead for the Indians, 3 straight innings of runs scoring. For Mosinee, up by 6, headed to inning number 5 here in this Division II state semifinal. We'll be right back on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
And we are back here in Appleton here at Neuroscience Group Field at Fox Cities Stadium here in this Division II state semifinal between the Mosinee Indians and the Lacrosse Logan Rangers. Mike Wendlandt and Brendan Retzloff here, and we got a couple of playoff sponsors for us, and they are very proud to be sponsors for the Mosinee Athletics here. And the first one is Four Seasons Heating and Air Conditioning, and they Four Seasons has been serving Mosinee, Wisconsin, their area, for over 38 years. With our fully insured services, we guarantee you only high-quality heating and cooling that you deserve. Visit fourseasonshc.net today. This one popped up into center field, and Lemansky, that one was a mile high for out number one. How about another one of our playoff sponsors, Lifestyle Tax and Accounting. Lifestyle Tax and Accounting LLC is a proud sponsor of Mosinee Athletics, providing income tax preparation as well as bookkeeping and payroll for businesses big or small. We take all. Visit lifestyletaxllc.com. And warming up over in the Mosinee bullpen is Zachary Nektua. So, Zach
Nahuda, getting loose, the right-hander down the left field line.
And this ball hit sharply by Zafran over in his center, and right on it is Lemansky again. And Lacrosse, they're running out of outs very quickly here. They're going to have to come up with something if they want a chance to come back here.
Yeah, they got to start stringing some base runners hits together and a couple early swings, too, which helps Shoop as well. But very clearly what Coach Olson thinking about his guys is we're going to grumble to second to likely end the inning.
First pitch swinging yet again, and Bradley Check is retired, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. That is the exact inning that you want if you are Adam Olson and Garrett Shoop and the Mosinee Indians. No runs off no hits for the Rangers as we head to the bottom of the fifth, and it will be Brady Locken, Cam Zabel, and Carter Fondry for the Indians. We'll be right back here in this Division II state semifinal on Zaleski Sports.
I'm State Representative John Spiros. I've been on the front lines fighting against the radical, woke agenda, which is trying to tear apart our state and our families. Dangerous policies like defunding the police, open borders, and runaway taxes. As a veteran and former police officer, I know how important upholding the rule of law is for our communities. That's why I've stood up against radical ideas and held the line against the free-spending liberals in Madison. In the August 13th primary, I'm asking for your vote to keep a proven conservative working for us in Madison. After all, if you don't vote to protect our liberties, who will?
Vote John Spiros for State Assembly. Paid for by Spiros for Assembly.
Bottom of inning number 5 here on Zaleski Sports. Cam Zabel to lead things off for the Indians. Today's game is presented by Wood Street Rentals. No matter the job, big or small, look to Wood Street Rentals to get the equipment you need to get the job done. Offering a wide range of equipment needs and delivery to any job site, look to Wood Street Rentals in Stevens Point and by Fleet Farm. Fleet Farm has everything you need for summer fun on the water. Check out their huge selection of kayaks, water towel bowls, fishing gear, and more. Shop in-store or at a store near you or online at fleetfarm.com. Zabel has a 1-0 count here as Rumsey continues here in the 5th. A ground ball over to third, played well over at third base by Bradley Check for out number 1.
And Rumsey's starting to really kind of settle in, and he's throwing pretty well the past couple of innings, and now he's looking to just get this game to a 6th, and looks like it might be Zachary Nashuda going in. He started 5 games. He's 4-0. Has got very good numbers. for the junior right-hander.
Yeah, Nishuda over there doing some warm-ups on that left field line, right over next to the foul pole at the 325 mark here of the field. Carter Fondry and at the plate here. Fondry here in today's game, he's 0 for 2. Had the sacrifice bunt there in the second and a strikeout in the third.
0 for 1 on the day. He's been productive. That sacrifice was a huge moment early in this game.
Got the runner to advance, and that was Zabel. And Zabel was able to score one of those runs in this, one of the 4 runs back in the second inning, and it's a 3-1 count now as Rumsey is falling behind, and Fondry's got a couple pitches he can play with here, and that one just missed up and in, nothing doing, and Fondry will reach first base, and his first time on the base pads here today.
I'll give a chance to Schley, who's had himself a day so far. Driven in 3, a couple of hits. And with him especially, he's been going the other way, which is great to see. He's been taking it where it's been pitched to him. And just really good hitting from the DH so far today.
Ben Schley, he is most definitely the man of the hour. 3 RBIs here in today's game. The throw back to first to check on Fondry. He's in there safely. So, but he's got those 2 base hits back in the second and the third inning. He's been hitting it well as the designated hitter. Takes a ball inside. So 1-0 the count here on Ben. Fondry takes a couple of steps off, leaning back towards, and almost caught him sleeping, but he was able to get back there.
Yeah, he was leaning
in time.
He was definitely leaning, and a good throw probably would have had him, but he almost airmailed Eilertson over at first now.
And Schley takes one in there for a strike. How about the roads for these 2 teams to get here? Mosinee, a 2-0 victory against Freedom, then a 7-0 win against Fox Valley Lutheran. And then in the sectionals, 2-1 over Notre Dame, 2-0 in the sectional final against Xavier to make it to this point. Another throwback. And for the Rangers, they had an 8-1 win against Black River Falls, then a 7-3 win against Baldwin, then a 6-1 win against Prescott in the regional final, and then in the sectionals, a 9-5 win against Altoona. And how about this from Ben Schley? Have yourself a day. Reaches the alley in left center field, and that is big-time trouble. He's going to have another RBI base hit. Instead, it's an RBI double, and he's doing some flossing out there on second base.
Having a spectacular game, a great swing there, and in the left center, perfectly placed after he had gone opposite field for a couple of at-bats. This time he pulled it, and Lever had no chance at making play, and rolled all the way into that 385.
And Ben, he's just having so much fun out there. You can tell he is having himself a day. 4 runs batted in.
And he knows now looks like Treve Stoffel that with that swing, he's going to have one more game wearing the Mosinee Violet.
He is a proud Mosinee student, or a proud Mosinee Indian. And Elliot Yurkovsky, he's got a runner in scoring position now with Stoffel there on second, takes a strike. Yurkovsky here in this ball game, he is 1 for 1 with a base hit, took a walk in the third inning of this game.
And you talk about the route that Logan took here. They went through basically the entire middle border conference, going through Baldwin, Woodville, Prescott, and Altoona.
And Medford was the last one. I forgot to mention them as Schley had that hit there, but a 7-5 victory against Medford. And Medford, one of those teams that played against a Merrill team in that conference, and Mosinee, they lost to Merrill earlier this year, but like we've mentioned before, it doesn't matter how well or not well you play in the beginning of the year, it's how you end. And both of these teams are well deserving to make it to this point, but Mosinee right now, they are just the better team.
Yeah, there's no series. It's single elimination. So, I mean, you have to be at your best every single game. And both teams have been that. And leading up to this is what a play that by Eilertson.
If Eilertson does not field that, it would be a 9-1 game. Stoffel over to third base now as Yurkovsky probably feels like he got robbed of a base hit, but you just have to give a bunch of credit to Eilertson on that play.
Yeah, robbed of a double and an RBI for sure. And with how hard that was hit, that might have gone to the corner. That could have been 3 with Yurkovsky's speed. But now, Kuklinski, a chance to help himself here, help his team out.
Kuklinski here in the ball game, he is 0 for 1. He grounded into that 5-3 double play back in the third inning where it looked like Mosinee could have scored many more runs in that inning, but he's got a runner in scoring position yet again. And today's game is presented by Foundation Finance. Start a job making the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group with full-time benefits that start day one. Learn more at foundationfinance.com. Foul ball just down the left field line, quite a few feet out of the boundary.
Shout out as well to J-Town, Justin Krzyzewski watching, Mosinee alumnus, former broadcaster, covering the Indians and covered Kakana a lot for us this year, living in the Valley. So shout out J-Town, glad to have you listening in with us and cheering your alma mater.
Shout out to J-Town, and the throw is made from short over to first on the ground out from Kuklinski, and that will do it for the 5th inning. But today is let the big fella eat day. Ben Schley, 4 runs batted in off of 3 hits for him here today, looking to be the highlight house player of the game, looking to go one more game into the state championship. It's the Division II state semifinal, headed to inning number 6 on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
And we are back in Appleton, everybody. It's inning number 6, and today's game is presented by Back Is Family Chiropractic. Back Is Family Chiropractic is in Rothschild, and they provide personalized chiropractic care in a family-oriented atmosphere. They can help any age patients from just a few days old to the moms and dads trying to keep up with the kids. No matter what issue your body is battling, from migraines and anxiety to stress or a wide variety of youth issues, let Back Is Family Chiropractic give you back the life you deserve. The second pitch of the inning here from Garrett Shoup, a strike in there. It's a 1-1 count on Lucas Eilertson. Eilertson, he began his day in the pitcher's spot and only had 2 innings in there pitched, as he's now down to a 1-2 count off that fastball, hit in and off speed, and he just got him looking like a deer in headlights. Strikeout number 8 for Garrett Shoup here today. What a day for Garrett after a shaky first inning of this game.
Yeah, that was just a perfect upstairs breaking ball, almost like a slurve. Didn't curve it super vertically like your typical curveball, but more of like a slider, and Eilertson just was not ready for it.
He was not prepared at all. The Boy Scout motto is be prepared. Eilertson, I don't think he was in Boy Scouts for his time on that one.
I'm not sure how much it applies to baseball. We'll get a 2-0 count on Rumsey.
Here comes the 2-0, and a fastball caught it on the outer half, and a 2-1 count now to Tyler. And Tyler, he's trying to finish things out for Crosse in the pitcher's spot, so back hitters for the Rangers, the pitchers here in the ball game here today. 2-2. And he might find one in the no-man land area, and he did, into shallow left field, and that drops for a base hit for Tyler Rumsey.
Yeah, good piece of hitting there from Rumsey. Just flicking the wrists through and just serving it into shallow left. Again, like you said, right in no man's land down the line. Too far away for
Courtesy runner at first base for Lacrosse Logan is number 19, James Gruen.
As James Gruen
That of the
will
Rangers, the catcher, Jackson Bosch.
to bring Bosch to the plate.
Jackson Bosch here in today's game, he's 1 for 1. So he took a walk in the second and had a base hit back in inning number 4. Takes one just up and in for a ball. 1-0 the count on Jackson. Second pitch of the at-bat. Popped up in the air, foul territory. Looking around on it, Logan lost it, tried to track it, and he was not able to make the play. And that one was also kind of hit in an area that is right between. It was closer to first base, but almost between right field and first base. Logan probably should have made the play on it.
Yeah, that's Logan's ball all the way. Fondre would have way too far to go in. Foul ground, and he just kind of turned himself around, and with the wind kind of swirling, it just kind of sent it through the air. And it was a tough play, but he couldn't quite get there.
Fastball missed just outside here from Shoop as he looks back over at first base. Now deciding with Obremski with the pitch and a fastball. Fading away for another ball. 3-1 here to Bosch.
I wasn't listening between innings at what his pitch count is, but I know it's probably pretty close to the end of the line for Shoop.
And a slider, or looked like a slider of a pitch, looked really good, and just missed it inside for ball 4. So Bosch takes a walk again. They just announced how many pitches
He said 98.
he was at, so he's right at the end.
This could very well be his final batter.
Nick Jolly at the plate here. Fastball upstairs, and this will be Garrett Shoop's last batter here today. Second pitch of the at-bat, fastball in there for a strike, and the velocity, it is still staying there even at 100 pitches.
September after the harvest, and you sit up on, go up on the road.
Nishuda will be the next pitcher to come in, it seems like, for Mosinee, as he's still throwing some warm-ups in the bullpen.
And I called him right in.
1-2 the count here. Jolly fouls it off. And Nick Jolly here in the game, he is 0 for 1. He took a walk back in the second, flew out into center field in the 4th. And got one in there. Strike 3 called. Looked like the changeup coming from Shoop, and that will be the end of his day. How about Garrett Shoop here today? 1 earned run and 9 strikeouts on the day for Garrett. Have yourself a day, and that will be the conclusion to his appearance pitching here in 2024, and the senior will get a great send-off from the Mosinee crowd as he will get a standing ovation crossing over the line to go back into that dugout. What a time. Maybe get a good listen to it.
Yeah, a lot of hugs around, some tears from young Mr. Shoop as he gets surrounded by his teammates and his family and friends again, a standing O. You can hear the applause.
Doing some warm-up pitches here for the Indians. We'll send things to a commercial break here. We'll be back in the next minute here on Zaleski Sports.
At the
Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Welcome back to Appleton, everybody. Brendan Retzloff, Mike Wendlandt here. My apologies. I was saying Zach Nahuda's name incorrectly. So Zach Nahuda, he will be doing some pitching, probably to close things out here in this final 1 1/3 of the ball game here, unless Mosinee can put at least 3 more runs on the board in the bottom of the 6th. Elson at the plate here for the Rangers. Runners on first and second, 2 down. And the senior Garrett Shoup, 5 2/3 pitched, 4 hits allowed, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts, and 1 earned run on the board. And that will be his last ever start in the violet of Mosinee. And his friends and family and his teammates were all very proud of him in that moment.
Yeah, they met him out on the field as Nahuda
got him on a swing and a miss. Dropped it was Obremski, applies the tag on Elson, and they are retired here in the top of the 6th. And just like that, Mosinee just needs 3 more outs, and they also just need 3 more runs and to maybe not need 3 more outs to end this thing here in Appleton. It's 8-1 here at Neuroscience Group Field in this Division II state semifinal on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
It's the Rangers and the Indians here in this Division II state semifinal on Zaleski Sports. The winner will go up against the Edgewood Crusaders, and that will be tomorrow. Still trying to figure out first pitch time. It'll be probably in the evening hours, if we would assume.
Well, it should be around 2:30, I think, is
early afternoon hours.
Because you have D4 at 9, then around 11:30 will be D3, and then around 2:30 will be D2. We'll have everything up on ZaleskiSports.com later on this afternoon with all of the information, barring what would be one of the greatest comebacks ever.
Yeah, this would be a comeback and a half. You'd almost have to cue the nationwide Peyton Manning commercial where he says the epic comeback starts right here. But today's game is brought to you by Mutual of Wausau. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Keegan Jerschley, the first batter up, and he grounds out over to Nick Jolly. They're at shortstop, and 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th.
So official line for Garrett Shoup from the WIAA, 5 2/3, 4 hits, 1 run, no earned, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. Nahuda went 1/3 so far with a strikeout.
Change up here. coming from Rumsey. Missed it outside. What a day for Garrett Shoup, though.
Absolutely. And then after this, I'll give you guys the line for the pitchers for La Crosse Logan. Eilertson, 2 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Rumsey so far 3 1/3, 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout.
Womansky, the second batter of the inning here for the Indians. And Taylor, he's only reached base once, and that was when he got hit by a pitch in the second. Otherwise, he is 0 for 2 here in this ball game. 1-2 the count on the senior. Betting 291 here on the year. A big swing and a miss. And Womansky goes down again. His second strikeout here today. And Gavin Obremski will step up to the plate here in the bottom of the inning. And so far it's looking like Mosinee might not get those 3 runs here in the inning to end things early, but they would just need 3 more outs and not allow more than 6 runs to end things. And Obremski lines one, just foul. Looked very close.
If Czech had touched it, it would have been a fair ball, but glove did not get a piece and it missed by a foot or 2 down the left field line. It was hit hard. It's an absolute rocket. The other thing as well to keep an eye as well is if Nahuda can throw under 26 pitches, under 27 pitches in the inning, he can also then throw tomorrow.
And that will definitely give Adam Olson a bunch of weapons that he can use for tomorrow's game. But
yeah, we know Keegan Jershey's going to be starting.
Yeah, if anything, you know Keegan Jershey is going to start in this game. He rightfully so.
It'll be the Edgewood Crusaders as the opponent.
Obremski takes a ball into the dirt, so 1-2 the count to Gavin. Gavin here, he's got 1 hit in the game. It was an RBI single back in the 4th. Had a fielder's choice in the 1st, then a double play back in the 2nd. He actually has 2 RBIs in the game. My correction, and a base hit. Second base hit of the day for Gavin Obremski. As he put that one through shortstop and third base.
Yeah, it was a very unconventional double play because Jershey tried to score from second on a ground ball to second. As Bars will run again for Obremski. 2 outs and let Gavin go in there, get some water, get the gear on, and get ready for the 7th.
All smiles in that third base dugout for the Mosinee Indians. Getting ready, getting hyped up to play in tomorrow's state championship game. And we'll be there for that one as well. Brady Locken takes first pitch high for ball 1.
Yeah, crazy to think, just one more day of WIAA sports.
Yeah, it's crazy. One more day, and then we're all done with the 2023-2024 campaign, and then it's on to the Legion baseball that we've been covering for us here at Zaleski Sports, and then
just 3 months from football.
Yeah, before you know it, football season will be right around the corner.
It started raining about 9:30 at night, and the wind blew.
It's a 1-2 count, I believe, here to Brady Locken.
I think it's 0-2. I think now it's 1-2. I think the scoreboard is having a malfunction.
Yeah,
I'm keeping an eye on our home plate umpire.
Yeah, the ball count of the scoreboard, it's working. Same for the outs, but the strike count, it's just non-existent. And Locken will ground this one over to second base, and the play gets made by Carson Nelson. Throw to first in time for out number 3, and that will do it for the bottom of the 6th. Last chance for the Rangers, and coming up will be the top of the batting order for La Crosse here on Zaleski Sports. Top of inning number 7 in the Division II semifinal.
For me, for Green Heck, it's just equal opportunity for everybody to grow.
I've been going to school for electrical system technology, and they gave me opportunity to go to that department. I was like, wow.
Green Heck gives you a lot of opportunities. A lot.
People that work hard here, they get opportunity to move up, and I found all that and more here. I've been encouraged to grow, to get education. Our future's really bright.
Work where there are endless career opportunities, no mandatory overtime, and a great family atmosphere.
Top of inning number 7. It's the conclusion here of this Division II state semifinal on Zaleski Sports. Today's game is presented by Charlie's Hardware. From home projects, home repair to sporting goods, rental services, and automotive. No matter your need, turn to Charlie's Hardware of Mosinee to get the job done. Leave it to Charlie's Hardware because you've got work to do. And Nicolay Bank. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best, and they have locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Kobe, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or learn more at nicolaybank.com. And coming up next is our Merrill Steel post-game show. Stay tuned for that one. Mike will be doing our post-game show as I'll be down there to get interviews with likely to be Coach Adam Olson and Ben Schley, who is very well deserving of it. What a play. The throw at first is made. A bunt attempt was dropped by Carson Nelson and Cam Zabel.
There's Nahuda, actually.
Nahuda.
That was a seed over to first.
Able to get to it. What a play.
Naked eye thought they were going to call him safe. It was bang, bang, but he's called out, and there's 2 left for Mosinee until Championship Thursday. Maybe now just 1 left.
And a first pitch swinging from Johnny Lever. Try to use his center fielder's speed to get there, but the throw from Jershly is in time. And the Mosinee Indians are 1 out away from making it to a state championship and 1 step closer of becoming state champions for the first time ever. 2 gone. What a pitch from Nahuda. That was nasty on that one.
Nahuda warmed up like a starter. He spent 2 innings throwing, and he has looked sharp.
And this Mosinee crowd all on their feet. Another swing and a miss here from Safran. Kobe here in this game. He's got a base hit and a hit by pitch. But he is down to his last strike. Last strike of the season for the Rangers. Here it comes from Nahuda. And that was a slider trying to find its way in there and staying alive.
Got a piece of Obremski on it as well. You could hear the crowd on their feet down the third base line, ready for a purple crush.
Here it comes. Another pitch on the inside part of the plate. Making contact on it was Safran. Bradley check on deck if Safran can reach base, but the Mosinee crowd, they are most definitely getting into it. They're all on their feet. Here it comes. Popped up in the air. Should be routine for Lemansky, and it is done. The Mosinee Indians are headed to the state finale against the Edgewood Crusaders coming up tomorrow. And an 8-1 victory for the Indians, chasing their first ever state championship, and this is the year to do it. We've all been talking about it in the senior squad of the Mosinee Indians, getting it done. 1 more step, but I will definitely be down to interview Ben Schley and Adam Olson. Maybe get Garrett Schupa as well, but you guys will see that in the highlights coming up later for us. I will pass things on to Mike as he will start off our Merrill Steel postgame show. Mike.
Thank you for that, Brendan. We'll wrap things up in just a couple minutes after these words from Merrill Steel, and stay tuned. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock, will be the state championship in Division II.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour.
Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-hull Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
The Division II final has been set. It will be the Edgewood Crusaders, who got a 4-3 win earlier against Kettle Moraine Lutheran, taking on the top-seeded Mosinee Indians, an 8-1 win here. This is your Merrill Steel postgame show. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest. Apply at merrillsteel.com. Brendan heading down to talk to Coach Olson and Ben Schlein, maybe Garrett Shoup as well down the left field line. Again, stay tuned for those highlights brought to you by North Central Technical College later on today on our Facebook pages at Zaleski Sports, Zaleski Sports Wausau, Zaleski Sports Wisconsin. You can find the highlights from the game today. For Mosinee in the game, 8 runs on 10 hits. They committed 1 error. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for La Crosse Logan. Lucas Eilerson will get the loss. 2 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs all earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. The win will go to Garrett Shoup, 5 2/3, 4 hits, 1 run unearned, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. Zachary Nahuda closed it out with 1 1/3 perfect innings, including a single strikeout. Ben Schlein, 3 for 3, 4 RBIs, the star at the dish. Jershly and Obremski each with 2 hits of their own as well. As Mosinee continues their dream season, they will play for the Gold Trophy tomorrow. Again, tomorrow at 3 o'clock scheduled first pitch. It'll be Mosinee and Edgewood. 6 of our 8 teams have been determined for Championship Thursday. 2 more games yet to be played today, one of which you can listen to live here on Zaleski Sports. It will be the final game of the day. Around 5 o'clock first pitch, it'll be Oak Creek in the Knights taking on Sun Prairie East. Elijah Vanksalata, Matt Peck on the call for that one. Before then, we'll have De Pere and Westosha Central in Division I. But you can listen to that Oak Creek game again later on this evening. And this has been your Merrill Steel post-game show. And we'll wrap things up here in the semifinal number 2 in Division 2. It'll be Mosinee and Edgewood tomorrow for the state championship, as Mosinee gets an 8-1 win here to this afternoon against La Crosse Logan. For Brendan Retzloff, this is Mike Wendland saying so long. Thank you for joining us. Again, stay tuned this evening for more live audio coverage of the state tournaments, and stay tuned tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock. Be Mosinee and Edgewood for that state title. From all of us here at Zaleski Sports, stay cool, stay safe, and we'll talk to you next time for state championship baseball for the Mosinee Indians, as they will go for that elusive first trophy.